Cthulhu. So Cthulhu's like a god that's sort of lying in wait to be brought back to and reclaim the way. This idea that there are things bigger than us that ran the place before us. I don't know why. I mean, it's the same. You asked the same question of anything, though, right? It's like, why did zombies suddenly become the big thing? And zombies were huge for ages, and then why were vampires big for a while? And then why were part of it is just someone does something that's popular, and then everyone does the same thing. With Cthulhu, with the Lovecraft stuff, he's always been sort of popular with a certain type of reader, I guess. I think it's probably a combination of the internet just becoming huge, so it was people talking about this stuff more and able to find other people who are interested in it, so it sort of boils it up a little bit. It's also probably to do with like board games have had a kind of renaissance over the last 5-10 years. Like board games are kind of huge at the moment, and his stuff's been used in a few quite well written. There's one called Arkham Horror, I think it's called, which is, I've not played, but I think it's quite complicated but very good apparently game, and I think that's probably part to do with it, like his kind of stuff like that becoming popular again in various card games. There's also the fact that almost all this, I think a lot of his stuff is in the public, I think it's out of copyright, or and there's a big history of people, I think he quite liked, I won't quote me on that, but there's a long history of people writing stories using his characters and within his world and stuff, and he made this whole kind of universe of, they're all kind of interconnected and stuff, and a huge amount of writers, science fiction horror writers, have done something with some of his characters, or made reference to him or something, and but maybe there's also, I don't know. Yeah, the thing about Cthulhu is that sort of darkness sitting under the surface, waiting, and that maybe is a byproduct of what it feels like to live right now. So maybe that's why it's bubbled up. I mean, the zombie thing is either, I think, video games probably have a big part to do with it, but also the fact that the world slightly feels on the cusp of just falling apart. For the last 5 years, it's just felt like everything could just devolve into that, so maybe that's why that became popular. And so I wouldn't know how to give you a definitive answer on that. It's up for grabs, I guess.